Morning, everyone. How are you this morning? It is Monday, December 1st, and it's Make a Card Monday. It's Debbie Scott here, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Brigden, Ontario. And yes, Make a Card Monday, and it's also, the card that I'm making is also for the Global Design Project Challenge. And the challenge this week is a color challenge, which I love color challenges because it kind of helps me work with things that I wouldn't normally work with. So this week it is Lost Lagoon, Highland Heather, and Cloud Cover. Cloud Cover is an in color which is available until 2027. I don't have the ink pad for it, but I do have the markers. So I bought the marker pack, which are still available, but they're on the last chance list. So if you are interested in the markers, now's the time to do that because they are regular $24 and on for $19.20. And once they are gone because Stampin' Up! Is no longer going to carry markers. So if you're interested in those, I didn't check on the other color packs before I came on, but this one is definitely available. So I am using the Delicate Pines bundle today. I'm using one of the dies as well, and we're going to make a birthday card with it. So this color palette kind of reminded me of winter, like it's nice cool colors for winter. So I thought it would be a good winter birthday card. I'm just trying to bring my iPad up here. It's not wanting to work for me today. But hopefully everything looks okay on the screen. So I am going to be using this stamp here. And we're going to be making a fault line card today. I made one back in the summer and everybody really liked it. So I thought I would give it another go. And tell me what you think. So I'm going to be making a little piece of designer series paper for kind of the middle part of a fault line card. So I'm going to start by stamping in Lost Lagoon. We're just going to do some random stamping with this image. So how was your weekend? Have you started Christmas celebrations? I had, well, my friend does a fundraiser every year. So my sister and I help with the craft for the kids. She raises money for the children's hospital that's close to us. And so my sister and I went over, and my daughter too, went over and helped her with the craft for the kids. That was on Saturday. And Addie and I did go in and do a little bit of shopping because we had a few sales that we wanted to catch for Black Friday. So now I'm going to be stamping the same image in Highland Heather. It may overlap a bit, and that's fine. So we had a good turnout at the fundraiser and lots of kids at the craft table. They got to craft with Santa and Mrs. Claus for a little while. So that was exciting. All right, then I'm going to take my cloud cover marker, and I'm using the, well, I don't know, not the brush tip, the bullet point end, I guess you call it. And I'm just going to add 3 little dots in some of these empty spaces. Some of these are going to be covered up anyway by my sentiment. That looks pretty good. So it almost looks the same color right now as the Lost Lagoon, but as it dries, you'll start to see it a little bit more. Yeah, I hope this is working because my iPad is not working at all. Alrighty. So that's going to be the center of our fault line. So I have brought in a cloud covered card base. And then this is just a piece of scrap or a piece of like retired Lost Lagoon paper. And then I have a little bit more of our cloud cover. So this is just a standard card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm keeping all of my layers the full width of the card. So I'm not going to have any border around the outside. So this piece I have cut 4 1/4 by 4. This one is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And this piece was 2 inches by 4 1/4. So everything's going to be the full width across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 pieces of paper and put them right flush end to end. And this is going to keep your tear line the same on all 4 pieces. We're going to end up with 4 pieces. And I'm just going to tear down the center here. So this is going to layer underneath here. And this one is going to layer underneath here. Now our designer series paper, our pattern paper, has white inside. It's a white core paper. We do also offer a 2-tone cardstock, which has white inside as well. But once we put this piece in, that's going to stand out a bit more anyway. So I didn't think it would really matter if it was white core here. But because the white shows here and not here, I'm just going to use my sanding block. This is something that Stampin' Up! Offered many, many, many years ago. Like when I was a demonstrator the first time, back when my son was really young. So I first became a demonstrator when I was on mat leave with him, and he's 20 now. And then life got busy with the kids, and I let it go for a little while. And then I signed back up again under Cindy Piggott. She's my upline. And that was about, I think, I kind of forget, 5 or 6 years ago. So at first when I signed up, I just was a hobby demonstrator. I was my best customer sort of thing. And I just signed up for the discount. And then just about a year ago or so, I thought, well, I'll try doing some videos, and it's worked out. It's been a lot of fun. All right, so that's going to show some of that white on this side as well. It does kind of soften your teared edge a bit. So if you don't like that, you could always just re-rip it in the other direction in order to get that white on that side. I'm just going to throw that on all those little dust pieces on the floor there. We'll vacuum those up. There we go. I didn't like that little piece. Alrighty. So this piece is going to layer in the middle. so that this just kind of peeks out. So first, I'm going to add this piece on. So I want just a little bit of adhesive near the top of my tear line. And then we're just going to line this up so that just a little bit of it peeks out. And we're going to do the same on this one. We're going to line that up so a little bit peeks out. So we've got one side a little bit bigger than the other. You could do it like, you could have ripped down a lot farther so you had a lot more of the designer series paper at the top. Or you could flip it and do just a small piece at the bottom. This one's going to be fairly even, top to bottom. Okay, it looks like actually I need to trim that piece a little bit. Well, maybe not. So we're going to lay that piece down first. So I'm just kind of lining up to see where we want that piece to be. And put that about there. Oh yeah, we could have moved that down a little actually. So I've got quite a bit overlapped here and hardly any here, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it looks good like that. So we're going to adhere that. I noticed in my last video, I got my head in the shot quite a bit when I was trying to see. So hopefully I don't do that today. All right, I'm going to lay that down like that. That's going to be the front of our card. I think it looks pretty. I like it. So then I have brought in, this is the die set that matches, or that coordinates with the stamp set. And I really like this little leaf image. And it doesn't look super Christmassy to me. So I've cut out a couple of those. I did one in Cloud Cover and one in Highland Heather. That's going to go there. I have just a little piece of vellum, and that circle has come from the Stylish Shapes dies, which is a great set to get. Lots of basic shapes in there, and I use that one a lot. So that's going to kind of ground our leaves and our sentiment to our card. So that's going to go over top like this. This Happy Birthday has come from a really cute set, not 29 anymore. And it's got lots of funny sayings in it. Let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. I think that's my favorite. Free cake, I mean happy birthday. Treat yourself because I didn't get you anything. Here's to another year of questionable decisions. It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down. Older but not wiser. Older but still cool. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. So super, super cute. So I just used the happy birthday, and I don't know who I'm going to give this card to yet, so I'm not going to put anything in the center or on the inside. but I just think that's such a cute set. All right, so we're going to, yeah, we definitely want the blue on top. I'm going to just grab a glue dot. I don't have any glue dots right here. Oh, here they are on my other desk. And I checked right before I came on, and that stamp set is still available as well. But the sayings are super cute in that one. So I'm just going to use some glue dots behind the leaves to attach that to our vellum. That's going to just go right over top. I do have a little bow here, and that's out of our linen thread. Yes. So I'm wondering, we want that underneath. I think so. And then layer that on top. That will look nice. Sometimes these lay so perfectly, and sometimes I just can't quite get them how I like them. There we go. That's a little better. And I think I'll lay this flat and then I'll pop up happy birthday. Unless I pop it all up. I could do that too. Yeah, let's pop it all up. I like popping up. I'm going to use some mini dimensionals. I was working over on my other desk last week, and I must have left my my tweezers over there. There we go. Put that there. Oh, that got stuck underneath. There we go. So yeah, just kind of play around with these until you get them to lay how you want. I even have sometimes put a little dab of glue to make them stay exactly where I want them. So as you see, I tried this twice before I got it how I liked it. How far over do we want to go? I'll do one more, I think. And then we'll put some flat adhesive on this end, because it's going to layer over top. Oops. It's going to layer over top of our knot in our twine there. Here we go. Okay. That's maybe a little bit crooked. And then we can add a white layer on the inside for our sentiment. And like I said, I'm not going to stamp a sentiment yet, but I think I will add a few of these stamped to the inside. close that up so I get it out of my way. And then we'll just stamp in that marker, or sorry, not stamp. We're going to add some of those little dots. And that looks, just adds a little something. It's kind of like a little splatter. I learned that tip from Sherry Roth. She has some great videos as well if you want to look her up. Oh, one thing I didn't add was any embellishments. To look through and see what I've got. And then once I decide who I give this to, then I'll just add a little grading on the inside. Let's see what we've got here. These would look nice. Nope. Oh, or maybe these ones with the silver. Those would look nice too. I do have one little one. A bunch of big ones left. Maybe I'll use those. Not sure if these are current or not. Oh, I do have Highland Heather. Oh, now I can't decide. Shoot. I would ask what you guys think, but I cannot see. Oh, both look nice, hey? The silver or the Highland Heather. I think I'm gonna go with the purple. All right, I should probably quit looking. That one's fresh freesia. It's a little bit different color. Yeah, and then those are, oh, I do have these little flowers in cloud cover. They would look nice too, but I'm going to stick with the purple. Where is my pick tool? Right here. It's a great tool. This has a lot of gum on the end. I think my daughter was playing with it one day. She was down here, and there's just a lot of it out. You just twist it, and then more comes out. So she must have just twisted it too much. But it works great for picking up these little embellishments. Where we put this one here, over here. Or even up here? No, we'll go down here. Here we go. Oh, that looks great. I love those. Those are so pretty. All right, so there is our card for today. And that is the Global Design Project Challenge. I forget what the hashtag is. I forgot to write it down. I forget what week we're on. But if you go onto Instagram and you just type in Global Design Project, then it will come up. And yeah, then you can see the challenge, you can see the cards that everyone makes, and you can play along as well. So I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to give me a thumbs up if you like my card, and follow me on YouTube. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.